All right, hello everybody. Welcome to a special Thursday edition of New Earth Teachings Live. I want to thank you all for being here today. So of course, we're going to start off with a few announcements, and then we'll be getting into the show today. And what we're going to be doing in the show today is summoning your legion. So I'm going to be teaching you guys about how you can connect to other parallel selves, how you can recruit certain versions of these selves to work together in helping to alleviate any particular forms of physical toxins and helping to release emotional issues as well too. So it's going to be a very, very rich amount of information that's going to come through. Firstly, what we're going to do is just go through some announcements. So the reason why I'm doing New Earth Teachings Live today is tomorrow I'm doing the very first episode of Awoken TV Interviews. And my special guest is going to be John Mendez, and he runs a company called Holotech Technology. And this is a very advanced holographic healing technology that he is going to be sharing with all of us. So you can find the link to join the interview in the video description, and that is going to be happening tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on Zoom webinars. So again, just feel free to click on the link in the video description. That'll take you to the registration page. Registration is free, and you can just join us for the call tomorrow. And I'll also be taking Q&A with John as well too. John is going to be one of our teachers on Awoken TV, and this is going to be kind of the inaugural show that's going to introduce him onto the Awoken TV platform. So again, that's happening tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. And again, to join the interview, just click on the link in the video description for tomorrow. Okay, we're going to move on to the next announcement.
Awoken TV will be launching worldwide on March 31st. Watch Awoken TV online or download our free app. But that's not all. Coming in March, you can join in on the excitement as we present the Awoken TV pre-launch website. Access a pre-launch collection of our original Awoken TV episodes for free as we count down to our launch on March 31st. Truth seekers, spiritual journeyers, and the open-minded. Get ready to experience unity in the community as we share spiritual education and entertainment to the masses. Follow us online at facebook.com/awokentv.
Okay, so again, Awoken TV is getting some really great attention here. I've been spending the whole week just working on Awoken TV, getting the business registered and everything put together. We got teachers delivering content right now as well too. It's going to be really, really exciting. And of course, on March 8th, that's March 8th, we're going to be launching the pre-launch website, and there will be 6 sample videos that will be available for free viewing on the pre-launch website. And that's just getting all of us excited as we bring in Awoken TV as it starts to roll out on March 31st. So again, really exciting times, really excited with Awoken TV. It's taken a lot of effort, been really working hard to try and get this incredible platform going, and it's taking off. All of that hard work is starting to really pay off. So again, I'm looking forward to March 31st, rolling this out and sharing Awoken TV with the world. All right, moving on to our next announcement.
Alien visitors are real. They are really visiting Earth. They are really visiting human beings. And there are good ones and there are bad ones.
Your own son is calibrating constantly for a set of instructions that interact and transmute together with your DNA. Okay, so that is the Empowered Light Expo. So again, that will be happening April 26th to 28th. I'll be going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania during that time. And of course, I will be doing a live workshop with Adronis, right? It's like I said, I don't really channel him that much anymore. But like I said, if there are requests for Adronis that people want him to come through, and of course, I will be always happy to fulfill those requests. Like I said, when I do private sessions and a person specifically requests Adronis for the session, I will happily bring him in as well too. And of course, I'll be doing the cellular body regeneration workshop in Philadelphia as well. And of course, there will be the Awoken TV vendors table, and there will be some special discount offers for Awoken TV subscribers as well too. So it's going to be a really jam-packed weekend between the 26th and 28th of April. So again, if you're in the Pennsylvania area and you want to check this out, come on in. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to have live stream as well too. So if you can't make it, then feel free to check out the live stream. And again, you just go to empoweredlight.com. And our final announcement is, of course, the South Africa tour, a cosmic tour to South Africa with Michael Tallinger and myself. So again, just go to the website in the video description. It is wonderworld.vacations, I believe it is. And of course, we'll be doing some tours across all of these sacred sites across South Africa. So the Anunnaki, Mankind, Giants, and Gold, with the Autumn Equinox celebration at Adam's Calendar. So between September 19th and October 2nd. So if you guys want to have a life-thrilling adventure, please come be a part of this. This is going to be really, really amazing, right? Invest your time knowing this is going to be a great investment, and we're going to have an amazing time. Again, Adronis will still be a part of it, and I'm still going to be bringing him in, and he's going to be sharing some insight relating to these sacred sites with Michael Tallinger as well, too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, if you have the means, come and join us. It is a once-in-a-lifetime adventure that we're going to have, and I cannot wait till the time of September when this rolls around. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started today with the topic about summoning your legion. So hello everybody on the chat. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to go into Q&A later on, and like I said, if you guys do want to request Adronis to answer a question, you can do that, right? I'm more than happy to do that. Basically, when I was doing that previous video, I was talking about that a lot of the videos that are going to be coming forward will basically just be me communicating with the voice as one, right? The one voice connecting with my entire legion behind me as I share this information, because this has been something I've been doing for quite some time, and now it's just moving into a new phase, right? So some people are asking, "Oh, Brad, did you decide to not bring Adronis in anymore because you were being bullied, or people didn't like what you were channeling and stuff like that?" And I said, no. I mean, come on, guys. I've had that since day one, since I started channeling, right? I've had a lot of people who really love it. Like I said, there's way more people that love this information than people that don't like it. But I've had people who are naysayers since 2008, right? So that's that's happened to me, and that certainly was not the reason. It's kind of like the idea that you're kind of graduating from high school, right? And you don't really need to have the teacher, with you to constantly mentor you and tutor you in that way. You're ready to move into that next level. And that's really where I'm going in this way. But again, Adronis is still available for those that request him. And so he still will be here for those that do want to talk to him still, of course. And of course, I just did the messages from Seth video yesterday. I filmed it for Awoken TV. So there's going to be 12 episodes with messages from Seth that's going to be on Awoken TV. So again, I'm looking forward to that as well. Okay, so moving on to today's conversation relating to summoning your legion. Now, one of the important things when we are going throughout our life journey is that we will notice that a lot of the spiritual teachings will talk to us about, well, if you don't want something, just let it go. Just let it be released. Just take it and go and throw it away. But the whole idea is that if we truly still hold on to that energy, it's going to be like a boomerang that's going to come hit us back in the head, and we have it once again, right? Because this is what happens with a lot of people who I've talked to and said, Brad, I've tried letting go of things. I've tried to release things, but it feels like it always just keeps coming back, right? It's like a boomerang. You throw it off and it's going to just keep coming back to it. And I said, well, yes, it's because you're still holding on to this thing. It still means something to you. And so that cycle is going to return to you in some shape, way, or form. So what you want to do is we want to start working with our legion. We want to start working with our spiritual team. Now, what we're basically doing is when we're doing our inner work, we're basically just bringing out this big ball of sludge, like this big ball of toxins, this big ball of dense energetic matter. So we're going into ourselves, we're noticing that there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of anxiety, there's hatred, there's anger, there's apprehension. It goes back down to the 3 traumas: abandonment, rejection, abuse. And we're just holding this here and saying, okay, I got this. What do I do with it? What do I do with it? Well, one way you can do it is you start bringing in the equivalence of love. You make love as strong as the traumatic energy that you're holding, and you can substitute it. Okay, so that's one step. Second step is giving it to your legion. Okay, so what you're basically doing is you're telling your legion, this is no longer anything that serves me. I don't want it. Legion, take care of it for me and let it be done. Right? Now your legion is coming in, they're collecting it, and it's done. You no longer feel that anymore. Those are your specialists. Those are your legion, okay? Now, some people may say, well, Brad, I have no idea how to summon my legion. I don't know, am I supposed to feel something? Am I supposed to get like some kind of vision to let them know that they're there? How is it possible that I can summon this legion into my life? Well, I'm going to show you exactly how we can do it, okay? Firstly, we need to recruit our team, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this here and now, okay? So what I want you all to do right now is just get yourselves nice and relaxed and comfortable, right? Just making sure your body is free of any tension. And we're just going to go ahead now and close our eyes. And let's just take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, one more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And one more time. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And just relaxing yourself and breathing normally. And now as you're just doing your natural rhythm of breathing, just natural breathing in, natural breathing out, I just want you to imagine that your aura, your energy field, is expanding gradually as you take a deep breath in and as you take a deep breath out. And what we're going to start doing is we're going to start accessing other realities. And we are going to start creating intentions to attract specific specialists within our legion that's going to help us to remove debris as we see fit. So the first specialist we're going to have is a healer. Now I want you to imagine a very powerful healer within your mind right now. I don't care what form you give them. I don't care what their personality is, anything of that nature. I just want you to envision a very powerful energy healer right now. It could be someone in your life. It could be someone, again, completely from your imagination. That's fine. Just create this imprint of a powerful energy healer. Okay? Give them a form. Give them some type of relationship. Give them some type of personality if you wish. But this is your specialist. That is your energy healer. Now, as you put more love, and again, much more attention to them, they're going to start becoming very real for you, okay? So you're summoning this powerful energy healer for yourself. They have the exact personality that you want. They have the exact characteristics that you want. They have the exact form that you want. So just take a minute now to really envision that energy healer. It could be a ball of light, right? It could be a monk. It could be anyone who you feel, again, represents your impression of a powerful energy healer. So take a minute now and just feel this energy coming into that being now. And now that you are envisioning this healer, I want you to give them a name. Give them a name. Okay? And I just want you now to remember that name. This is your powerful energy healer, a masterful energy healer. At any time that you are calling in your legion relating to healing duty, he or she or it is going to be the very first one that shows up, and it's going to sweep out that debris for you at any particular time that you wish. It is completely at your command. Okay, so now that you have the name of this energy healer that you have created, again, we're just going to move across to another level of dimension. So we're just basically seeing that energy healer as a facet within a crystal. Okay? And we're just rotating ourselves into another facet dimension. And now we're going to have our own transmuter. Okay? So now we're going to create a powerful transmuter, which means they're able to take dark energy, for example, and they're able to turn it into light energy. So I want you now to create your own transmuter. What does this transmuter look like? What's their personality? How do they appear to you? All of these simple characteristics, just like you did with your healer. So, creating a transmuter here and now. Like I said, could be a ball of light, could be a monk in a robe, whatever it may be. But a transmuter, one who can just hold dark energy and just transmute it instantly into light. So take a moment now. Feel this transmuter, this powerful transmuter. And just make them a part of yourself. Let's take a moment and let's do that now. And now I want you to give that transmuter a name. Okay, and now that you have given that transmuter a name, this transmuter will come together as part of your legion. Okay, so you have a healer within your legion, you have a transmuter within your legion. So the healer is helping to restore energy within yourself. So when you're releasing that energy, your healer is going to stick around and it's going to fill your gap. You're going to fill that chasm within yourself that once had that dense energy. And he or she or it is going to come in and fill that energy with pure love. Whereas your transmuter is going to grab a hold of that energy and transmute it into light. That's their job. Okay? So you have a healer, you have a transmuter. We're going to rotate again, just seeing that second facet. First facet, the healer. Second facet, the transmuter. We're now rotating into the third part of our legion. This third part of our legion is going to represent that of, I guess the best way I could put it in that way would be kind of like an ambassador, but in that way I would say more so a purifier. Okay? So the purifier is basically going to stick around your environment. So they are kind of like an ambassador of your environment, but I would say more so of a purifier. A purifier is going to work with your environment, and they're going to start cleaning up the environment around you as you call in your legion. Okay? So this is now the purifier, or the environmental purifier. Okay? So now again, same thing. Go ahead and give your purifier a form. Give them a personality, give them a characteristic, whatever you like to do. But again, just seeing one who's purifying the space. They're purifying the environment around you. Maybe you see it as a fairy. Again, maybe it's a sparkly orb, whatever it may be. Use your imagination. These are beings that you're summoning from your own imagination that you're making real. Okay, so giving him characteristics, personality, a form that you can identify with. And now I want you to give that purifier a name. Okay, so now that you have your purifier created, again, putting them in the facet of your very own group. Okay, so calling in your legion, and they will be the third part of that legion. So you now have 3 facets. We have 2 more to do. Okay, the next one is the warrior. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the spiritual warrior, which means that if there's any threats of attachments, if there's anything in that sense that is basically trying to violate you, your warrior stands in and he deflects everything, or she deflects everything, or it deflects everything. It's like just a big mirror, and it just completely deflects any particular type of bombardment. If you've already been infiltrated, then he or she or it is going to go in, it's going to pull all that out, and is going to give it to your healer, it's going to give it to your transmuter, it's going to give part of it to your purifier. Okay, so the warrior is the big, strong, mighty warrior that again deflects all forms of negative attacks, deflects all forms of negativity from you, like a giant shield in that way. Okay, so I want you now to create that impression of the warrior. So maybe you see it as some really big, strong giant in that way, maybe holding a mighty shield in that way. Maybe you see him as Captain America. Who knows? It's up to you, right? You create this. This is your reality. This is your team. Okay? This is your time to become inventive. Right? So go ahead and create them in any particular way you wish. So create your warrior now. Okay, and I want you now to give that warrior a name. Okay, now that you have given your warrior a name, they are in the 4th facet of your legion. Okay, now we're going to the 5th and final, and this will represent the sage. Okay, so the sage is coming in, and they represent the balancer. They're like holding the scales, and they're just balancing everything together. They may be doing chants with you. They may start to do chants. What they're basically doing is they're looking at the overall picture here, and they're like holding scales, and they're making sure that everything is cosmically balanced. Okay, that's the nature of the sage. The sage will also be your advisor. They will also guide you. Okay, they'll be like your mentor. So they only work to keep cosmic balance, and they will help to advise you should you be out of balance. Okay, so now we're creating our sage. So again, giving them any form, any characteristic, any behavior, any personality aspect that you wish. Maybe again it's a wise monk. Maybe it's again just some hooded robed fellow with a long white beard. Maybe it's Gandalf, who knows. But again, this is the sage, and what they do is they balance everything out. Okay, they hold the cosmic scales. They're your advisor, your mentor, your guide. So go ahead and create your sage now. And now you can go ahead and give your sage a name. Okay, and so now you have created your sage. Okay, very good. So now we notice that we're holding this crystal that has the 5 facets, but we're not done yet. We now want to put the energy source into the center of this crystal. Okay, this is the crystal of your legion, and it's basically etheric in nature, right? So you're just imagining like you just have it present with you. What we're going to do now is we're going to put our own heart's energy directly into the center of this crystal. So I just want you now to place both of your hands upon your heart. And again, let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And that's imagining that the heart is opening up like a door. And there's this very small golden orb that's coming out of your heart. And it's just moving towards this crystal. Okay? So as you feel this golden orb coming out, I want you to feel like you're just putting so much love into that orb. Think of your happiest memory right now, your happiest feeling, your happiest moment. And just like you're holding that little tiny golden orb in your hand, and you're purifying it with your happiest, positive, loving moment. Take a minute now and do this firstly. Okay. And now that you're charged it up with your love, I just want you to feel like you're putting it directly into the heart of the crystal. Okay, and that is your power source. Your heart is your power source to summoning your legion. Okay? So within the legion, we have a healer, a transmuter, a purifier, a warrior, a sage. These are the 5 that will basically work together with you. Any particular issue, does not matter what it is, you summon your legion. Okay? You remember your name. Remember their names as well too, right? So after they have taken your energy that you don't prefer, now you're saying to your healer, say their name. Healer, fill me with your light, right? Transmuter, turn that darkness into light. Purifier, completely bless my environment. Warrior, deflect any other negative energies that may be coming my way. Sage, balance all of the energies together into a state of harmony. Okay? So that is just one idea about being able to work together with your legion. Basically, again, as I stated, is that if you are going into yourself and you're doing a lot of inner work and you feel like you're taking out a lot of this energy, it doesn't have to be, again, so technical, right? You're just noticing something within yourself and saying, okay, I'm getting a little upset right now because this person just said something to me. I'm going to take a moment, I'm going to step aside, and I'm just going to feel that energy just like I'm holding it in my hand. Legion, deal with this. I no longer want it. It's yours. Let it be done. Done. That's it. Okay? So if you're like in a public area and you're noticing that you're going through a lot of this harshness, you're having a lot of this, pain, upset, whatever is coming through, excuse yourself, go somewhere that's kind of quiet, and then just feel like you're taking that energy out. And just saying, I summon my legion to take care of this, let it be done. That's it. And instantly you'll start feeling better because now you've summoned your legion. Now the important thing for you to do is making sure that you're building relationships with your legion. Okay? You want to talk to them. Talk to your healer. Talk to your purifier. Talk to your transmuter. Talk to your sage. Talk to your warrior, right? And get to know them. Because this is, again, these are actual beings that you are summoning. You're just giving them templates, okay? But those energies, those archetypes from the healer, the transmuter, the purifier, the warrior, and the sage, they are actual beings, okay? They exist. You're just bringing them into your reality. This is you going into all of your dimensional streams and manifesting and fastening these bodies together. And now these essences start coming into these bodies and they serve you. So they are an archetypal manifestation of beings that already exist around you, but you are now giving them a canvas for something that you prefer, which means this is something that's very, very simple. All you have to do is just notice when you're out of alignment and you call in your legion and they take care of it. Okay? That's what they're designed to do. These are parts of yourself. Okay? These are the action archetypal principles, the 5 that represent the facet of your legion. And now you're bringing them in. They're swooping in. They're taking care of this. And they're doing all their duties that you have particularly assigned. Okay? The healer is filling up the void within yourself. The transmuter is taking that dark energy and turning it into light. The purifier is going around your environment and cleaning it all up. The warrior is deflecting and blocking out any particular form of negative attacks that are coming in, any other particular forms of negative energies that are trying to bombard you. The warriors, they're, oh, human, I can do this, right, with this mighty shield, or whatever it is that you created as a warrior, that's fine. And of course, then the sage comes in and just balances everything. He just levels out the energy. He or she or it comes in and levels out the energy, balances the scale, and again, they can be your advisor, they can be your guide. You can talk to them, okay? And they can give you some very helpful advice. So the sage is very much connected to your higher self, right? Relating to that connection of a guide, a mentor, an energy in that sense that keeps cosmic balance, okay? These also, the other four also represent ties to your higher self, but again, with different archetypes altogether, okay? So I'm going to give an example here. So let's just say, for example, that I'm walking out in the street, somebody just suddenly steps on my foot really hard. Like, oh, Jesus, I'm getting mad, right? I'm getting mad. So rather than blowing up, I'm just going to kind of retreat off into a corner where it's nice and quiet. Legion, I don't like this pain that I'm feeling, but it's the emotional pain that I'm feeling that I don't prefer. Deal with it. Let it be done. Done. I go back. Hey, I'm feeling good. All of a sudden, this feels great. I gave it to my Legion. Okay. Now, another thing that's important, you don't have to be in pain to summon your Legion. Okay, you're at home right now, you're at your desk. The energy may feel a little bit stale, and say, okay, Legion, I prefer to have higher loving energy here. Please help to clean up the stale energy that I do not prefer. Let it be done. Legion comes in, they start cleaning up your entire space from your command. That's it. And now you're noticing that the energy is raising up. You're feeling a lot better. Your Legion came through and they just cleared everything up for you. Okay, because this is part of you. This is who you are. This is not some being outside of you doing these things. This is a part of you that you have forged. Okay, you have forged these archetypes of yourself into these characters, into these personality types. And it is you working with your higher energies to come in and sweeping everything clean. Clearing out yourself, clearing out your environment, everything. Your Legion will do this for you. Okay? That's how powerful this is. But again, what you want to continue to do is fuel that heart source that's contained inside the crystal of your Legion. Okay? If your heart energy is pretty low, then you may not feel it as strongly, right? So you want to make sure that you are blessing that golden orb, that little golden orb that's sitting in the center of that crystal. You're brightening it, right? You're giving it love each and every day. And you're making it brighter and brighter and brighter. And the more love that you're putting into it, the more that you're greatly going to feel this effect of your Legion coming through. Okay, I've done this. Now, I actually haven't created it in the archetypes that have come through. That's from guidance, right? But I already have my Legion that comes through and sweeps this clean. So if there's something that I don't want, I just say, Legion, deal with it. They take care of it. It's gone. It was actually happening when I was driving as well, too, where I was just looking at this person who was like cutting me off and seeing how they were, and just, oh, what the hell? Okay, wait. Before I get too carried away with this, Legion, this is a feeling I don't prefer. Deal with it, right? Let it be done. And within like a half a second, that feeling was completely gone, right? I was like getting irritated with this guy. What's this guy doing? Doesn't know how to drive. Okay, before I get settled in, before I get too riled up here, Legion, this is a feeling I don't prefer. Take care of it. Let it be done. Boom. And then within like half a second, that feeling completely melted away. I felt way better. So that is showing you again that you can work together with your Legion. Now, you have to be the rule setter here, okay? You have to be the one that's creating these particular personalities, and you are reminding yourself of the responsibilities that all 5 of them have, okay? So you have the healer, you have the transmuter, you have the purifier, you have the warrior, and you have the sage. But they are all coming through the characteristics that you have personally defined, okay? And like I said, you want to form a relationship with them, okay? You're the rule setter. You're the one that brought them into being. You're the one that created this crystal. You're the one that put your heart into this crystal. You're the one that's making it brighter and brighter and stronger, okay? Don't get so swept up over technicality over this, okay? It is about substance. It is about essence that you're feeling about this. So when you know you're upset, stop. Okay? Go into that feeling of essence within yourself. You're feeling that energy. Legion, I no longer prefer to have this energy take care of it, let it be done. Bam. Okay? And it's done. Do not feel that you need to copy my words word for word, everything that I say here. I don't want you guys creating some generic technique here. That's garbage. Okay? Do it in your own way. Right? It's not about trying to come into ritual here. If you're going to create a ritual, create it through yourself. Create your own ritual. Okay? So you may say, oh, well, Brad's saying, okay, I don't want that done. Okay, let it be done. Throw that little notepad away, guys. Okay? You want to put this into your own sincere essence. Stop looking at technicality so much. Technicality gets you nowhere. It is substance before technicality. Okay? So you're putting in the substance, the essence of yourself. You're feeling this feeling. You know you don't want it. You're calling in your legion. Legion, I don't want to have this anymore. Deal with it. It's done. Okay? And all of a sudden, you're just feeling 1,000 times better. That's why your legion's here. Okay? Now, you can call in archetypes of your legion as well, too, and saying, oh, my healer, come on in. I want to help get some more energy coming through here, right? I want to feel like I'm able to fill that gap. So your healer comes in. They start doing this as well. They start clearing you. Purifier, I feel like I want to get some more energy, harmonious energy flowing through my space right now. Come on in and clear this energy. Your purifier comes right in, starts taking care of all of that, right? Warrior, I'm feeling this really harsh energy relating to this person. I don't want to make sure I'm picking up their vibes. Use your mighty shield to deflect any of that negative energy. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Oh, right? And so he comes through, and he's, right? And he's putting his mighty shield in there. Like I said, if you want to make the warrior funny, go for it, right? If it makes you laugh, good. It's your warrior. You're creating your warrior. But again, as long as they're holding that archetype, he, she, it is holding that archetype, right? And they are completely shielding you from any particular form of negative bombardment. You can use them individually and collectively. Okay, this is your legion, your creation. You brought them into being. They're yours. Okay, you just created, again, Karman archetypes that represent the complement of them working together as a unit, as working together as a legion intelligent, as a gestalt, as a legion, as a monad. Any way you want to call it is fine. I just call it a legion. If you want to give it another name, this is my monad, this is my gestalt. Go ahead. That's where this is my spiritual team. This is my my negative busters. Go for it, man. It's your universe. It's your reality. You call them whatever you want. Okay? But it's the archetypes that are important. Okay? So what are they again? The healer, the transmuter, the purifier, the warrior, and the sage. Okay? That is your team. That is your legion. All right? So give this a try. Start doing this even right now, right? If you feel that you're going through some hard stuff right now, call in your legion. Like I said, you go into your essence first, right? You're feeling that you don't want to prefer. And it's almost like you're just holding it into your hands. Legion, I don't prefer this. Take care of it. Let it be done. Done. Okay? That's it. Because again, you have to understand, you're not giving your power away to anybody else. This is your creation. This is from your soul. Right? This is from your energy. You're just activating this higher energy of yourself. It's coming in, it's swooping it, and blah, blah, blah. It's taking care of it. You don't have to worry about it. So as soon as you give it over to your legion, that's forgotten. Okay? Whatever it was, you've forgotten it. And that actually happened to me when I was driving as well, too. When this guy was cutting me off and blah, blah, blah. And I started saying, Legion, take care of it. It's like I completely forgot. What was I arguing about? What was I upset about? Like I honestly couldn't even remember it. Right? It took me a few seconds. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'm done with that. Great. That shows that your legion has done their job really well. Okay? So that's what you're doing. You're working with your legion, and you're, again, making sure that as soon as you let that go, and you're letting your legion take care of it, let them take care of it 100%. Okay? Not 99.9%. Because if just a little tiny bit of you is still attached to that energy, right? There's that last little bit that can come back again, right? It may be small, but over time it can build up more, okay? So when you're going into your essence and you're taking this out and saying, Legion, take care of it, you're completely 100% okay with letting that feeling go, with letting that energy go, with whatever it is. You have no attachment to it whatsoever. Legion, take care of it. It's like they're whipping it right out of your hand, and now they're taking care of it, right, based on their archetypes. So that is summoning your legion. That's creating it. Okay, so give this a try. create this. If you haven't created it already, go back into the recording and you can create your own legion, okay? The 5 archetypes and the 6 representing your heart energy, all right? Okay, so that is summoning your legion for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy that. Hope that helps you. So why don't we go up into Q&A right now, and I'm just going to scroll up to the top of the chat. So if you guys do have any questions for myself, or again, if you do have a request for Adronis, then that's always possible as well too, okay? So I'm just going to scroll down the chat right from the top here. Just a lot of hi, Brads. Hey, guys. Someone calling me Bread as well, too. That's good, too. You can call me Bread. Okay, here's one from Anthony Pooler. Hey, Brad, what's the best way to fix eyesight when things look blurry from a distance from looking at your phone too much? Because it may be difficult to not be on your phone. Well, there's a couple things you can do. If you go on YouTube and you look at what's known as the Bates method, you can start looking into that. That has been turned to be very helpful. Second thing you can do is sun gazing. Okay, so you can start looking into sun gazing as well too. So again, as the sun rises, as the sun sets, you can go ahead and you can just start looking at the sun. And that really helps to create really powerful repair, purified repair within your eyes as well too. Thirdly, you can also look into acupuncture. Fourthly, you can work with your legion, right? If you feel again that you have straining eyesight, you're working with your legion. Okay, I don't really want to have this strain in my eyes. Legion, deal with it, right? And so now you may want to call in your healer. Your healer is going to take some time. They're going to start working with your eyeballs, right? They're going to start working with that. So you may hear a voice within yourself or a sensation. Say, okay, lay down, relax, keep yourself calm as I go to work on your eyes. Okay, and if you call them in every single day, you may notice that over time, your eyes may start to improve. Don't discount your legion for all of these day-to-day things that you're talking about. Okay, so I have a problem with my eyes. So I'm going to get my legion to come in and help me with that. Okay, so it's not to say that, again, we may have a solution for everything with our legion. But again, with a lot of things that we know are stagnant within ourselves, that we are getting our legion to come in and swoop that energy out. Absolutely, that can be very, very helpful. There may be some certain core things that maybe the legion can't swoop out, right? Because there's still things that you're holding on to, and you have to give yourself time, right? Like I said, it's when that thing is 100% detached from yourself, then you're able to bring your legion in, right? If they're still trying to take something out that you're not willing to let go of, your legion can't do anything for you, okay? So there's that last little bit that you have to work with. So if you need help with that, that's coming to me and helping with that, that's fine as well too. That's doing an EQ method, whatever it is. But just helping you to completely loosen that and release it to the point where you're no longer attached to that, your legion can come in and swoop it. So here's what your legion cannot do. Your legion cannot take away what you're still holding on to, okay? Not possible. You have to be willing to let go of all of that. And now the legion can take care of it and swoop it away, okay? Thank you, Anthony, for your question. Okay, so here's one from Zena. Hello, could you say something about Rh negative blood type? Okay, Rh negative blood type. Rh negative blood type was given back into times of what you would know as the ancient races that emerged from Lyra, that emerged from the Pleiades, that emerged from Orion. There are several different star systems that utilize this particular specifically designed ancient archetype protein that exists within certain people's DNA that assists them in moving into higher states of focused realities where they could therefore move into different dimensional currents, they can move into different dimensional forms. They activate certain centers upon themselves, and much of them in that sense are quite concurrently viable to align with the 12 strands of DNA as well too. So it is an ancient protein that again allows a greater ratio of capability within the body that it occupies to therefore open up different dimensional currents for you to explore that will therefore increase psychic intuitive abilities that can help to increase memory, that can again generate higher degrees of capabilities and functions within the physical body through DNA that will help to elevate your connection to spirit on higher levels of consciousness that are therefore linking back into the ancient ones that designed this particular protein as part of the primordial human facet design, going back into original times of Lyra, to which the Anunnaki themselves did hold the original form of protein that allowed them to bring forward greater foresight, leading others into higher domains of consciousness, working higher to the degree of allowing these dimensions to forge, to become aware, to move yourself into heightened elevations of purification of mentality, of psychic ability. So again, it is a great enhancement relating to one's own DNA, and it's almost like a type of spirit DNA, you could say, pertaining to the Rh negative protein. Okay, that's what I'm getting in a nutshell for that. So I hope that helps you, Zena. Thank you. That's just coming in through download. So you guys may be wondering what I'm doing with this. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see it. It's too bright. These are, what's the right word I call it? Akashic ideograms. That's what I call it. So you may see me scribbling on a page a little bit. It takes like half a second. That's me getting the download, and I'm doing what I can to best interpret that download as it comes through the one voice. Okay, so thank you for that. Karen, thank you. Thank you. Immensely helpful. Thank you, Karen, for the $25 donation. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So thank you so much, Karen. Blessings to you. Okay, just going to scroll down a little bit more. Okay, so Nadine says, so healer, transmuter, purifier, warrior, and sage. Should I talk to them every day to make them feel real? Totally. Yes, yes. Make them a part of your family, right? Make them part of your entire life. It's like looking at a crystal and you're just moving around the facets, right? So your sage, your warrior, your purifier, your transmuter, your healer. Yes, please talk to them. Please communicate with them. They're your creation, right? They embody archetypes of your own soul. They embody everything that represents your natural legion, but you're just creating this archetypal legion, okay? So not everybody has thousands and thousands of beings behind them being like a legion army, okay? I have that. My girlfriend has that as well too. She has, thousands of beings behind her. I have thousands and thousands of beings behind me as well too. But some people may not be able to tune into that particular type of energy, right? So what you're doing is you're creating this crystal. You're creating the crystal of 5, right? And 5 too represents a state of balance. It represents a state of harmony, right? It's like the tipping point between the two scales, or I'd say the balancing point rather, between the two scales altogether. So, and again, your 6 imprint is the heart, right? So working with your heart energy and putting that in together. So yes, absolutely, Nadine, and everybody, talk to your legion as much as possible, okay? Just give them blessings, right? Even if you're just, if you're busy during the day, take a minute and just say to my legion, to my healer, you are the most powerful healer within my domain. Oh, thank you, madam, right? To the purifier, your energy is blessed. Thank you for all of your environmental energy to enhance and advance my space. Oh, you're welcome, madam, right? So you can feel them just communicating with you as well too, right? So they're there to protect you. They're there to work with you. They're there to help you. They're here to enhance you, right? All of that work is what they're here to do for you, okay? So yes, certainly talk to them on a daily basis. Okay, well, there is a request here for Adronis, so let me see if I can bring him in. It's from Elazar. Elazar says, can I ask Adronis, what specific practice can I do to optimize my communication with my higher self? Okay, so as there's a request for Adronis, I'll bring him through. Here we go. We are here. At this time, we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, and we say hello to Elazar, and we thank you very much for your question. As it pertains to the idea of what you're doing to connect harmoniously in your best way with the higher self, we would suggest what you would know as the mirror exercise. What you're doing in the mirror exercise is you're simply looking at your physical conduit, your eyes are wide open, and you're looking into the mirror. And what you're noticing now is the shifting of energies that relate to the physical vehicle, and they are now starting to, therefore, reveal great amount of spirit light. The spirit light now starts to become thicker, like an entire canvas of light that is now overlaying itself upon your body. And that now you start to see that illumination of light is taking over the majority of the reflection of the mirror. And now you feel that this light becomes a true consciousness, and that this true consciousness represents the light that is your own higher self. And now you feel that light as infinite intelligence and intelligent infinity, and you are therefore now able to feel it flowing through you as you see it throughout the mirror, and it is connecting harmoniously with you. And now you can, therefore, make it a part of your life. That's all it takes. Do not underestimate the power of your own imagination. Just as Brad was sharing with you here, that you were able to create your own legion based upon the power of your imagination. Did it come any other way? No, it didn't. So this is what we share with you. Do not underestimate the power of your own imagination, because you are bringing it into your reality. You are making it so. You are aligning to these principles that are helping you to become further enhanced. This is very important to remember. Remember your substance. Remember your essence. Give yourself credit for what you are capable of creating through this powerful thing that you call imagination. It is the power of your mind, and your mind is only working as a tool to helping you understand greater the nature of your spirit that truly transcends mind. But this is, again, giving you the aspect of ritual, giving you the aspect of a template that can help you to eventually surpass that very form itself. We thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Elazar, for that. So we'll move on here. I hate it when the chat goes skippy like that. Okay, let me just go down a little bit more. Okay. All right, so moving on. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Love and hearts. Great, great, great. Yes, someone says, interesting thing, says, my essence. I sometimes feel it. It's amazing. Of course, it is. It's beyond mind, right? We're going beyond the mind. We're going beyond the matter. We're going beyond all the crude matter of physical reality, and we're coming truly into our essence. We're coming into that feeling of essence, of innocence, of spirit, right? And when we connect to that, that's our true self. That's our true nature, is connecting with that pure light, connecting with that pure essence. So very good. How can I use, I assume you mean the Legion, how can I use them to find a new job? Okay. Well, again, the whole idea is that, what is this job? What is it a job that you want to do? Is it a job that's actually exciting to you, or is it just something that's paying the bills? Because here's what they'd say to you. If that job doesn't mean anything to you, let it go completely. Stop selling yourself short. Stop thinking that you just need to go get a paycheck, because that is completely disrespecting yourself as a powerful energy of essence. If you are going to involve yourself with work, do something that you know complements your creativity, complements your heart, right? I've told thousands of people this for many years, okay? It's not just about going out and getting a job and paying the bills, okay? You are insulting yourself by even doing that, okay? It's showing that you're just basically looking at yourself so small, and I'm just going to go work as a cashier, I'm going to go work at a McDonald's and blah, blah, blah. And that does not complement who you are, right? If you know that that's not for you, then listen up, okay? Here's what your Legion is also about. They're going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you honest. They may even tell you when you're acting stupid, right? That's just how they are, right? They're all part of truthful aspects. If you're like, I'm going to go get a job, I'll go get like a minimum wage job. Don't be an idiot. You might even hear that in your mind, right? So that's what they're going to do. They're going to honestly break it down for you and say, no, if you truly want to have work, if you want to express yourself with service, follow something that you know truly complements your calling of who you're here. And in order for you to understand that, you have to know who you are. You have to know what that calling is, right? Maybe you're a musician, maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a healer, maybe you're a craftsman, who knows, whatever it is. Something that says, this is who I am. But again, you get behind the naysayers and saying, oh, well, you could never do that. You could never make money off that. Well, then maybe this is a good time to call in the Legion, right? If I'm getting all of these naysayers coming into my life and I'm feeling all of this hateful speech and negativity coming in, well, then I'm going to collect it. I'm going to go into my essence. I'm going to collect all of that. Legion, I no longer prefer this. Deal with it. Let it be done. Boom. Okay? You're able to let go of all that. You have no attachment to it whatsoever. I wouldn't even say letting go, but you're surrendering to that energy. And now you're letting the Legion pick it up, and they're dealing with it. Okay? Now it's gone, and now you say, oh, I have no naysayers anymore. I have no more negative energy that's telling me I can't do this and I can't do that. So now I'm going to start looking into what my true calling is. I'm going to start saying, maybe I'm here to help people. Maybe I'm here to play beautiful music. Maybe I'm here to work with others, whatever it may be. You have to discover your true calling, right? Do not come running to another person and saying, Brad, what's my true calling in life? I can't tell you that. Nobody on this planet or in this universe can tell you what your true calling is. We may be able to give you hints here and there, right? But it's all really just playing with wordplay, right? It's all just helping you to move into an alignment that you prefer. And now you're seeing it for yourself. You have to realize what your calling is. But again, why we get so entangled in these ideas is because we're trying to think of things so practically. We're trying to follow systems. We're trying to follow all of these forms of methods and practicums that we know are actually just setting us back and saying, well, it needs to be something like this, and I have to make this much money, and I have to do this, and blah, 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 blah. And you completely entangle yourself. It's like a cat that's just covered in all this yarn, right? They've entangled themselves, and now they have nowhere else to go. But now they let go of the stuff. Legion, come here and take care of this. Now the yarn's gone, right? So this is, again, is something that you have to do. You have to figure out who you are. You have to figure out what your calling is. You have to understand exactly why you have decided to be summoned to this planet, to be here, and to share that. And again, the common thing, well, I don't know. Yes, you do. Don't give me the I don't know crap. Yes, you do know. But you have to give yourself time to sit down with yourself and really look into yourself and saying, this is what I'm here to do, because this is what I've actually enjoyed. Maybe if it's only just 2 seconds of something that I felt was really, really enjoyable, but I dismissed it right away because logic says no, because the ego says no. But I look at that little 2 seconds and say, it would be really, really fun to do this. You're on the right track. It'd be really exciting to follow this. Yes. Super passionate to do this. There you go. Right? So you want to take that little sliver of something that you felt, even just for a moment, that felt really good, and that's you on the right track. Stop thinking that you can't do this because it may not be practical. That's garbage, okay? You have the ability to do this. You have the ability to bring it out. We have so many inventors on the planet that are creating new things that 20, 30 years ago, we never ever thought we could ever create, right? But they spent those 10, 20, 30 years creating these amazing things. And we have so many innovators, so many inventors creating all these brand new things, new systems coming together, harmonious systems, grassroots systems that are coming together, when everybody else in the world could say, that's impossible, you can't do that. Did that get to these people? No, because their passion was so strong that they made it happen. That's your power as a human being. You have to remember that, okay? So play with that energy, very important. Okay, moving on. Yes, sun gazing improved my eyesight. Thank you, Starwhite. Yes, indeed. I've been doing sun gazing myself, and it does work. I have to do a lot more of it. I actually haven't done it in a while. But yes, I have certainly felt some good effects with it too as well. Okay, yeah, so continue, guys, to create your legion. Work with your legion. Again, get to know them each and every single day. Bring them into your reality. Talk to them, right? Very important. Okay, here's one from Infunit 432 Music. Excuse me. Hello, my question is, did Atlantis get wiped out by Zeus, sending a meteor into the Atlantic Ocean and catching most of the civilization by surprise, and or did the rulers try to destroy it? Well, if you want to know the perspective that I gave, go to the video that was done not too long ago by Adronis, and Adronis was talking about the fall of Atlantis. Okay, so if you want to know exactly that perspective, just go to that video. You'll find it on my YouTube channel here. Just type in Adronis Fall of Atlantis, okay, and he'll tell you a perspective that came in that related to Atlantis's demise. Okay, thank you. Anne Marie asks, any comments on earth changes in the month of March? Well, it depends what you mean by earth changes, because it may not always relate to the idea of earthquakes or anything of that nature. But let me just take a moment. Any advice in regards to changes happening in the month of March? Okay. There's going to be a lot more political action, I guess you could say. There's going to be a lot more revealing. Something is going to happen. There's going to be like a bombshell announcement, I feel, that can actually come into March. It might be April, but I do feel like there may be something coming around late March, something that may be revealed, something, again, that's kind of like shifting a power struggle from something that was very, very dark and secluded that's now coming into light. Like I said, I think it's political related, right? I feel like there's something that's going to be revealed, something that's going to be shown to a lot of people, and it is going to be a very big benchmark shift into something greater that will play itself out over the next several months. So we could see it as a type of data dump or something of that nature. But I do feel like something big is on the horizon. I feel like, David Wilcock, for example, refers to it as the Alliance. Adronis refers to it as the Earth Alliance as well, too. That there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the works. But like I said, it's a political movement. It's something political, right? So something in that sense, maybe Trump is saying something, or Putin is saying something as well, too. Something that involves maybe one or more world leaders, and it's some maybe type of agreement, but something is just being shown, something that was very much kept in the dark that's now coming into the light. And it's going to get a pretty horrific response at first. Again, it feels like it's a great revealing, a great disclosure, right? 2019, from what Adronis has shared, is the year of disclosure. So we're going to see it like that. So it feels like there is a bombshell announcement that's about to come here. Again, I feel around mid to late March. Like I said, maybe April, possibly as well too. But it feels like something big is on the horizon and something is just waiting to be revealed. And like I said, I think it's something politically related. So that's something that's coming to me right now for that feeling. Okay? So thank you very much for your question. Okay, and for Zena H, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Blessings to you. All right. So scrolling down here. We'll probably take about one or two more questions, guys, and we're going to wrap it up. Let me just go down here a little bit more. Okay. Just getting some talk about arch negative blood some more. So again, guys, do your own research. Like when I give you guys a perspective, don't say, oh, this is the gospel because Brad said so. No, it's one particular perspective that's coming through. Other people may reveal more about Rh negative blood, and that may come into something different. Someone's asking about Rh plus blood, and then that would just be the idea of a polarizer, right? A polarizer is the first thing that comes to me in that way. So it's kind of like, again, looking at a battery with a negative and a positive aspect. If there's more dumped in towards the negative, you may have a lot more in that way. A plus in that sense may be a balancer or a polarizer in that particular way, in the best way that I can share. Okay? Okay. I'm just looking to see if there's actually questions instead of comments. So again, I get that question a lot, and I hear that a lot in the spiritual communities about Rh negative blood and Rh negative blood. As good as an Rh negative blood is, guys, it's not something that you can just give all your power to and say, hey, well, I got Rh negative blood. I don't have to do anything, blah, 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 right? Don't let it make you become egotistical, okay? It's very important that we look into that way, because here's the thing. Many people who have Rh negative blood don't even have it activated, right? It's very dormant. Just because you have it in your bloodstream, it does not mean that it's actually active. When it's active, you'll actually notice that your DNA will start changing. There will actually be people with Rh negative blood that will actually, in a microscope, you'll be able to see like a snowflake configuration, and that would be the 12 strands of DNA. So there's a lot of people on the planet that have Rh negative blood, but I would say about 90 to 95% of those people that have Rh negative blood are dormant relating to it, right? They haven't activated it. And you got to do your spiritual work. You got to do your inner work, right? There's only one person I know that may have Rh negative blood that actually has 12 strands of DNA as well too. And this was the individual that I got to hear about when I went to Japan, known as Khan. Okay. Now I did a video with him, not with him, but on him. I think it was last year, about his 12 strands of DNA, and that he could bilocate, that he could create an astral body, he can do all these incredible things, and that they were actually able to look at his blood in a microscope, and it looked like a snowflake, and that represented 12 strands of DNA. So that's the only person really that I know that has activated quote-unquote Rh negative blood, right, in that particular way. But it's kind of like a crystallization effect. It crystallizes more and more and more, and it makes you aware of other realities, right? And it's an enhancer, right? And so RH positive would be kind of like a polarizer in that way. It may help to balance and create equilibrium there. But again, a lot of people that have RH negative blood haven't even learned how to turn it on yet. So just because you have it doesn't mean you're using it, right? So it's the important thing is that you are working on it, you're developing yourself, you're working with your energy, you're working with your legion, you're working with your higher mind, your higher self, and you're developing yourself in that way. And a lot of it is meditation. A lot of it is energy work, right? Like Qigong, Tai Chi. Start working with your energy field. Start working with these great inner practices that are helping you to see into other dimensions. I mean, you start doing that a lot more, yes, this particular blood type can come online altogether, okay? So more donations again. Thank you so much, everybody. A Pillar of Light, thank you so much for the donation. Really appreciate it. But again, that's the whole other thing. Don't feel it's like a get-out-of-jail-free card just because you have a special type of DNA or a special type of blood type, okay? It doesn't work that way. You have to continue to develop yourself. There's no such thing as a get-out-of-jail-free card when it comes to your own spiritual development, okay? You have to continue to advance it. You have to continue to work with it, right? As far as I've come with channeling and all that stuff in the past 10 years, I haven't even really scratched the surface yet, right? There's still so much more to work with and to develop and to advance, right? And even when I'm looking at a lot of other great masters in times of past, where I've been is maybe 0.01% of where they've actually been throughout their entire life. So that's going for a lot of us, is that we really have a lot of inner practicing to do. It's less focus on the external and all these external necessities and external needs and external matters, etc., etc. Give it to your legion, right? And go inside and start working with yourself, developing yourself, see yourself in your own universe, work with your own universe. And as you start to do that, yes, there will certainly be some great advances in your DNA, your blood type, and all of that. And you'll start working profoundly with all of these great transformations taking place. But again, we're just slowly going up the scale. When you're working the natural way, this is all going to take time. It's all part of transition, okay? All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up right now. So thank you, everybody, for all of your questions. If I didn't get around to your questions today, sorry about that. But again, I'll be back next week, next Friday, for the next Newer Teachings Live. So I hope you all enjoyed this presentation today. Again, work with your legion, right? Start inviting them in, play with them, talk with them, right? And work with them. Let them be, it's kind of like you're actually letting them be your servants. That's the whole idea. It's harmonious servants. It's a harmonious master and it's a harmonious servants. They exist to do all this, right? You're not putting them in chains or anything like that. They're part of you. They're part of your soul. Okay? So you're doing harmonious guardianship, a harmonious servants that are coming in saying, Master, we exist to serve you. That's our very nature. That's how you created them out of your archetype. Okay? So very good, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next week on the next New Earth Teachings Live. Again, feel free to tune in to my interview with John Mendez tomorrow. Again, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a really, really fun one. All right, so link to join the interview is in the video description. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the week, wherever you are in the world. And I'll speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care.